Eden Zero is back, and I'm guessing this whole thing is over because we skipped like 3 days into the future, and we're at a party to celebrate the defeat of Muller's rebellion, which I find to be kind of funny because it wasn't really a rebellion. It was just Muller being a dick and then getting crushed. And Rebecca was actually gifted a really beautiful dress for the occasion. When I first read the chapter, I didn't notice, but the second time, her high heels are kind of weird because the heel of it is all this weird pattern, and I really like it actually. You can really tell Hiro Mashima loves fashion if you just look at from Brave Master all at Eden Zero. And it's kind of revealed the party is like a stalling thing because it's apparently been going on for like 3 days. And the reason for that is because Shira can't actually be there himself since he's dealing with the aftermath of Muller. You know, he is the Emperor after all. It's funny because the reactions of all the crew is kind of different because like Sister feels like they're just being held there like hostages while Rebecca is just celebrating the fact that she gets to party and eat fancy food. Really nothing actually happens for the most part at the beginning of the chapter. Just the Eden Zero crew and Shira's crew just interact basically. And the most interesting happens is basically Jin's sister complex kicking in again. Oh, and Zedalith has completely lost his ether gear. He's okay with it. He says that's basically the ether gear that belonged to his human body. But yeah, he's basically just stuck in a toy robot. Holy's also at the party, which means Holy's boobs are also at the party, which means every man in the area is just staring at her. It's funny because the government still has somewhat of an antagonist relationship with the Poseidon Empire, except for the fact that they seem to get along reasonably. Like, I don't really understand it because the members of Horatio Say's Interstellar are basically lecturing one of Shira's guys to remove their, blockade of bombs around their territory, and they seem to be okay with that. Now, at the end of the chapter, it makes a whole lot more sense why Shira and his crew would be okay with removing the bombs. But I'm just saying that the fact that they have this open dialogue between the Poseidon Empire and government is kind of weird. I'm just used to them being enemies. Homaru then starts to be all familiar with Amira, and her response to that is, Rebecca acted like we were old friends as well. Obviously, Homaru's got that bad habit of talking when she shouldn't, but it doesn't really matter because Amira actually knows the truth, and that is the fact that they're all from a different universe. And it's not just her, it seems to be the entire Interstellar group, because Holy also mentions that they were informed about this by a certain someone. There are only two possible options. There's obviously the Guildmaster, or more likely everyone's favorite narrator, Xiao Ming. The reason why I say it's Xiao Ming because Eraser mentions that they don't have to talk about it right now. They'll most likely meet again on Red Cave. The reason why I'm saying this is because Xiao Ming can see past, present, and future, so it just makes sense that she would be the one to know because she knows that they're all going to meet up on another planet and have a proper conversation. She is the narrator, after all. And for those of you who forgot what Red Cave is, it's the place where the crew went underwater and met an android woman who fell in love with a human. They were planning on running away and getting married together, but then he died, and she didn't know for centuries. I guess she just didn't know that humans could live that long. But yeah, they took her to her lover's body. That was nothing but bones at the time. This also killed her because she was on life support the entire time. So to go see her dead lover, she then had to remove herself from that. They both died. A real depressing ending to that arc. Shira's speech then starts and is being broadcast across his entire empire, where he basically mentions the birth of his nation being, founded by the conqueror Poseidon, then passed down to him, yada yada yada. He feels regret for this, and he comes to the decision to dissolve his empire and to form a republic. The citizens don't seem to care either way. They seem to be happy based on what I could see with Shira as their emperor, but at the same time they seem to be happy with the republic. So it just seems to be that they don't actually care how they're governed. But the main reason why he kept the Eden Zero crew around for 3 days was because he was spotlight on them, and he announces that they are the saviors of their entire cosmos. And he thanks them. Like, they all kneel before the Eden Zero crew, but apparently this is just how they salute in this cosmos, which I think is a little overkill. Like, Most salutes are just your arm going in a certain direction or party, like put to your chest or to your head or whatever. To have to kneel to salute someone is insane. Of course, Shiki appreciates it, but his main goal was to make friends with Shira, so he finally reaches out his hand again, asks to be friends, and this time Shira says yes. This arc of the reuniting arc has been going by fast. Like, it is insane just how much stuff they're just burning through. I mean, we're already done with Shira, of all people. Oh, wow. I guess we really just want to get to the main story. Like, bring the crew together, get done with all the old villains, make friends with them, and then go straight to go into fighting Void. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you and have a great day.